Welcome to this week's session with Putnam County District Library and the Guiding Ohio Online grant. This week we're going to take a look at 5 Google slide tips that you can find helpful as you're creating a presentation. So the first thing we're going to look at, and the way that you're probably more than likely going to start a presentation, is with using the themes feature. Right now I have a theme picked. I'm going to show you how, if you want to go up here to the top, you could quickly change to a different theme if for some reason, and notice then you have all the slides over here on the side change to that particular theme. So if for some reason you want to use a different theme, it's very quick. You can click and you can change that theme. And then the nice thing is themes are designed with colors and that coordinate and work well together, and you as an individual don't have to worry about the whole appearance sake as much. So that's the first tip. The second thing we're going to look at is adding more fonts. So the fonts come along with certain designs of your theme, but you can make those changes. If I highlight this text box I have here, right up here is where I pick my fonts, and if I want to add more, so I've got a whole huge list here because through the years here I have added. However, I could add even more by going here to more, and then what happens is I can scroll through and I can say, you know what, I like this font. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to add. Now that's going to appear in my list down below, but it's also going to appear right here at the top because anything that I've recently done is showing here. This up here is the one that is showing as the font that is designed to go with this particular theme. So that's why you have the different areas here. The one that goes with the theme, the ones that are your recent, and then all the fonts that you have added at some point are down below. The next tip, version history. When you are working, when you have your presentation that you're creating, if you just do something right now and want to just change back, you can simply go here to the undo button. However, if it's maybe something you've done a few hours ago or even days ago, you might want to change the version history to something in the past. If so, you can go under File to Version History, and if you see your version history here, all of the different times that you have been working, days and time will show up, so I could convert back to one of these others if that's what I would like to do. So that's version history. The fourth thing here is how you can make your heading and information stand out is by adding something called a drop shadow. So when I have a text box, I highlight these words here, and notice now I've got this option here at the top for format. If I click here, when I click here on the one I've got all these different choices, but if I go to drop shadow, now notice what happens. I've got this drop shadow. Now I can alter this. I can change the transparency. I can change the angle. Notice if I change the angle, how that moves there. I can change the distance from which it shows, and even the blur radius. So I have all of these different options that I can pick, and then it'll kind of make that stand out more in your presentation. And then the last thing is dictate with voice type. So one option with slides is you can go under tools and you have the option of being able to voice type your notes. That's automatically part of slides. However, if you go to your add-ons, you can add, by going out to the Google Marketplace, something called Slides Translator. And when you do that, what happens is you can then add voice type right into your slides. So you don't have to physically type on your keyboard. You can just use your voice to type. And it's the same concept that we've looked at and shown before, how you can use voice type in a Google Doc. So if I go voice type and it comes up, I simply click here on my microphone, And then what happens is what I'm typing, I say, hello. It's going to take that information and it's going to put that onto my slide. So that is how you use voice type. It's just simply by clicking and then have it add onto your slide. Those are the 5 tips to using Google Slides. Hope everyone has a great week.